Your brain sucks.
When you say it, it just sounds
Over the top?
it sounds over the top.
We'll elaborate.
Okay. Well, okay, your brain sucks. How many people overthink things?
Me.
Me. And that creates inaction. Is that a word? You're not taking action. Like I found that one of my biggest problems, and I found this, it was because of Instagram. It was like one of those memes, and she said, I've been going to therapy for years, and I realized that my problem is that I study philosophy. And I was like, damn, how many problems do we create by thinking about the problem?
Okay.
Why does this make me feel this way? Why is this happening? It doesn't matter. Not all the time, anyways.
Right.
Unless it's something big. How many times are you thinking about something that doesn't have a resolution? Something that happened in the past. I'm one of those people, I'll have a conversation and I'll keep fighting with you in my head for days afterwards. And guess what?
Days?
I'm never going to... Yes, days.
Decades.
Okay, decades. I'm never going to
you
see
still
that
have dreams
person
about
again.
things that happened 15 years ago, and it's like it happened yesterday.
I'm working on that.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it's just... I guess you think about it like it's going to change something.
Right.
Like you're going to learn something from it. And most of the time, that's not even the case. I'm wasting brain space.
Right.
And then you think about how many things do you know that you're supposed to be doing, say for business?
Right.
And you're not doing it because you're overthinking it. Am I forgetting something? Am I ready for this? And you just
overanalyzing.
don't take it. Yeah, overanalyzing. You're just not taking any action.
Right.
You're ruminating in thoughts that technically don't even matter.
And the same thing also applies to taking in too much information, too many shiny object syndrome, where it's like, gotta do this, and then you do like 5% of 50 things instead of 100% of one.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
so how do we fix this?
This was like mind blowing to me. And like, holy shit, you're the problem. Speaking to myself, I'm the problem. My overthinking is the problem on most of the things that I'm having issues with. How many times do you think about a problem for months, years, instead of just taking action on it? How many people do you know that have been saying that they're overweight for 30 years and have never once stuck to a diet and just gotten it done with?
Yeah.
How many times do we say, I have this goal, and then you keep letting things pop up and you don't actually take any action on it because you're thinking about it. You're thinking about what you're not doing instead of just doing something.
So I was thinking about this before because we came up with this topic, and because I always like to address something and have a solution. Yeah. So here's my solution. 3 things. I can only be working on 3 things at once, because you can't always just pick one. Like there's a lot of things that happen in business where, one new thing that you're working on, one thing that's like almost finished, like you're just putting the finishing touches, and then maybe something that's in the middle. But all those things are moving the needle. So you can't just like say, oh, I'm just not going to touch that. Like some things have to be worked.
Yeah.
But our brains don't work that way. Usually all these things come in. So what I want to start doing is having some sort of brain dump file, whether it's on my phone, it's on a pad. And then every time I see a shiny object thing, I'm going to write it in there. So I'm going to let my brain say, you're not going to forget. It's okay. Let it go. Like we will revisit this when it's time.
Yes.
So I'm gonna start a master list of all the cool shit that I see and find and I want to work on. But I can't pick one of those until I free up one of my 3 spots.
And I suggest that you get one, because this is what I do. I'm a writer and a brain dumper. I have 3 to 4 notebooks that I put ideas in so that I can just move on with my life. But then I have 3 to 4 notebooks and I'm like, oh, I had this idea. Let me go look for it. I have no idea where the hell I'm looking. So I have to look through 4 notebooks. Find one notebook, get one sheet on like Google Docs.
Google Docs.
And then like just keep adding to that instead of having multiple
So like
spots.
what you could do is, if you want to 100% make sure you're not going to lose it, is create a Google Sheet with different tabs. And it's like what I'm working on. And then you could have like your
Oh gosh, I think that's way too much for me.
You could have like your narrowed down list, and then you
Mhm.
could have like your brain dump list. And so like you could kind of swap and move things around of like, okay, I found something cooler. I'm going to put that into what I want to do next list. And then when it comes time, you have to make that decision of like, out of these things, what excites me the most,
Mhm.
but it's also
Going to move the needle.
going to move the needle
Yeah.
the most. And so I know with me, what holds me back is I have very little RAM. I've come to find out. It's very little RAM. And if people don't know computers, RAM is what lets all the tasks work,
Yeah.
right? And once your RAM is full, your computer starts to right? It starts to wig out.
Yeah.
And so for me, if I get just one too many things in there, my brain wigs out and I literally freeze.
You definitely freeze.
I can't
Yeah.
I can't take action on anything. I can't move forward. I don't even do the basics anymore. I completely freeze because I overwhelm myself with all this cool shit that I want to do that I just completely freeze. And usually I need you, or I have to reflect and then just start chopping things away. Whereas I think this new system is going to help me because having that brain dump, it allows me, with someone that has ADD and OCD, to just let go. Because like I didn't lose you, because I hate losing stuff.
Yeah.
I just put it over here, but it's still like visible. Like I need to be able to see things and just know it's there.
Yeah.
I'm weird like that. I can't like put stuff in a shelf in a box away. Like it needs to be displayed. And I just can look over and be like, oh yeah, I remember I have that thing. I'll use it.
I can tell by your.
We'll do a room tour once man, it'd be embarrassing, but should I just show it before I clean it?
This is what
You're like, I don't
ADD
know.
looks like.
Yeah. Because there's just so much crap.
So much crap. I'm not going to go into it.
So this goes into more than just files and things. It goes into stuff too.
Yes.
That usually if you have this issue, it is everywhere.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't like to let go of things. It's almost like hoarding.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can hoard mentally too.
I hoard mentally, which is why I switched to the notebooks. But then it gets really bad because I'll even so once a week now, this is my solution. I have ideas and I also have a really bad memory, as we know, horrible memory. So I'll come up with something and I'm like, this is brilliant. And if I do not write it down right then, it's gone for the most part until 1:00 in the morning. And then I wake up and go, oh shit. And then I wake up and remember this thing. So I'll even email myself from my work email to my personal email, and I'll have things on Google Docs. And so now what I do is at the end of every week, I usually do it on Sunday, is I go to all of the different places I would have written things down. And I have now one master list of things that, you know, podcast for the classes, for loans, for, you know, we have our hands in so many different things, and that way I can sort it all out and then prioritize.
I like that.
Because I'm a lister. I like my lists. If I don't have a list, I'm not getting anything done.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, that's interesting. And like for me, like that shiny object pops up, nothing else in the world matters, just that thing. I work on it like crazy, and then I realize, well, that was a waste of time. This ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work the way I want. It's gonna need a lot more effort than I want to put into it. But then I just wasted a day, a week, a month.
Yeah,
I've done that a lot.
yes.
Because I just get so excited and so into something.
You don't think about the long line on things.
Not
all the
when
time.
something crosses and I'm just like, this is amazing.
If it's something that you're really excited about, you don't think about the end. You think about what's in front of you,
It's just so
which
exciting.
isn't bad because I mean, a lot of things have worked out brilliantly because of it.
Right.
So I think that you might also get a little bit frustrated because you know that sometimes.
But
things
this
don't.
new way I'm doing things, I think it will force me to finish the stuff that needs to get finished faster.
Yeah.
So that I can move on to the new stuff I want to fill in.
And I think another key to this is hiring somebody.
Yeah,
you know, now that
you're getting bogged down.
If you're getting bogged down, and I think that's one of my hardest things is I have all of these great ideas, and if I don't have, you know, some of the things I'm just not going to do, but they're great ideas, and it's something that Ryan would do. But if he's busy and he's doing something, and then things just don't get done, so having somebody else that I can push that off to is helpful.
Right. So yeah. Anything
then,
else?
well, I want to touch on feelings just a little bit because
feelings.
that's part of it. We're talking about overthinking. And I am one of those people that was like trying to understand feelings for so long, and I don't know why I didn't realize. Like, I wish somebody would just tell you this. It was like a therapist guy. I saw it on TikTok. He's like, feel your feelings and then move the fuck on. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay, why are you still worrying about how that made you feel 10 years ago when it doesn't apply to your current life? Those
Right.
people aren't the same people. You're not the same person. It hurt your feelings then. What are you going to do about it? Move, feel it. Feel it. I feel sad. Okay, then move on. This made me angry. Okay, move on. Or what did I learn from that? I learned this. Okay, move on.
I used to dwell on just saying the wrong thing or looking dumb or acting dumb.
Now you don't care.
I don't care.
Apparently.
No. I just realized that I am just dumb and this is going to be that way.
It does stress you out though, like especially when we first started doing this podcast. Actually, anytime we finish it, I walk out of here and I go, what the hell did I just say? I could have said the stupidest thing in the planet. That's
now
cool.
It's almost like I
just don't care though anymore.
I like to be a little jacked up or a little messed up when I do stuff because then it's almost like a talking point. It makes you weird. It makes you different. Like I'm learning the more weird and different you are, the better because you're not like everybody else.
Well,
and I used to hate that about myself.
I hated that about myself too. I think that's why we've worked together for all of these years. We were people that felt weird. We were weird. And that's cool now. Like my kids are like, oh, I'm so weird. And they love it. They think that it's great. And I'm like, oh, I love that this is happening for them because it ruined our childhoods.
Right. Maybe it's just because I'm so weird. They're like, man, if my dad's that weird, then
yeah,
who cares?
Could be it.
It never ends.
Never ends.
No. I think we need a TV show.
You know when you get really excited, this vein in your forehead just
starts
keeps
throbbing.
Getting like.
I think I'm a little dehydrated too. I've had a lot of caffeine today.
Is that why?
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
because
it's like cranking today.
So this is the tangents I go on. But I went to get an espresso this morning. I said, hey, give me a triple shot. And they literally gave me a 10 shot.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was like a medium cup, halfway full.
We'll stop flirting with all the drive-through ladies every day, and then they won't.
It's a different one every time. So I don't know. I think it's just the machine. Like sometimes they give me a little shot. Sometimes it's half a cup.
Our stupid machine does that.
So then, boom, I cranked that down and was like, I probably should have saved half of that. And I was a little, heart pumping. And then we went and I had some matcha.
Why would you go out for coffee? Like we already had a coffee date. So why would you even go out for espresso this morning?
You told me to like get fired up for the day and wake up.
No, I told you to go take Rush to school.
And get... Well, that's why
I didn't tell you to get a coffee. I said, go take Rush to school. Why did you hear, go get a coffee?
You said, hey, you'll probably want to get a coffee. And it stuck in my head.
Oh, that's how I tried to sell you on taking him
yes.
last night.
You don't remember?
No, I forgot about that. I did say that last night. Like, oh, then you can go get a coffee.
But if it was a normal size, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, it's time to drink some water.
Apparently.
Yeah. So everybody got jacked up, caffeinated, Ryan, on the last few episodes. So
I thought we were quitting caffeine.
No, we're just gonna slow down the coffee since I'm doing like 10 shots of espresso a day.
Ruining your gut.
Yeah, God, it just tastes so good. Like the caffeine doesn't even hit unless it's that much. But yeah. All right, enough tangenting. How do you want to finish?
Bad day of tangents today.
Yeah.
How are we gonna finish?
Your brain sucks, but it's okay.
Your brain sucks, but it's
just
okay
work through
because
it.
Everybody's brain sucks. So just stop overthinking about it. Stop giving a shit what everybody thinks, and stop worrying about your feelings.
List. Focus on what's going to move the needle.
Move
your stuff through your list, and don't give a shit.
Boom.
Boom. All right. Well, thanks for watching this one. If you want some free marketing tips, go to theellocode.com, and we'll see you guys on the next one.